Okay, well, I got the beef kidney and the chicken liver today to add to the dog's food. I split the chicken liver bowl in half and cut it up, tossed some of that in their dog food, cooked that. They actually had a serving of that for dinner and they gobbled it up, but that's a given. And then it took me all day to get the beef kidney unthawed. So I went ahead and rinsed it off good. I started cutting it, chopped up a little bit of it, and put it in the dog food. I'm going to let that cook for a little bit longer, and then I'll turn off the heat and start to cube it up into their cubes and freeze it. The rest of the kidney, I decided, okay, well, this one had a lot of fat. So I bagged up, where did I just put it? I bagged up a bunch of the fat. I'm going to cook this down and use it for cooking grease the same way that I do the bone broth fat. And then the rest of the kidney is in this pot, and it's in water, so it'll sit here. It'll slowly cook. I've got it on low. I'm going to slowly cook it until the internal temperature is pork and beef. Okay, I'm going to get it to about 150, and then I'll take that off of the heat, but I'm going to cook this real slow. It's on like 5, so medium low. And I'm just going to cook that up until the internal temperature of the meat is 150. That way I know it's fully cooked but not overcooked. Then I'll turn the heat off. Since we have such cold temperatures, I'll stick it outside with a lid on it, let it chill so that the fat rises to the top, just like I've done before in previous videos. And then I'll scrape all the fat off, and I will put the rest of the kidney in an air sucky bag and freeze that for the next portion of dog food. I'll probably divvy this up into 2 because there looks like quite a bit of meat in there. So I'll probably divvy it up into 2 different bags for 2 portions. I didn't do another bone broth video for the dog's food this time. I just tossed it all together. And so right now I'm in the middle of doing all the dishes from dinner and some of the dishes from the prep of the dog food and everything. So I don't know if I'll get to making the banana bread tonight. I did, however, cook a pumpkin yesterday. So as soon as I get this kidney cooked up, then I should still have enough time that I'll turn on the oven. And I preserved all of the, let's flip you around here, all of the pumpkin seeds and the goop. So I'll go ahead and separate this. I'll take the pumpkin seeds out and bake them in the oven. So that'll be a treat for the dogs. And so that's what I got going on so far. I am planning on doing a video on worm food here whenever I get a chance to. We have a couple more pumpkins that need to be cooked up before it gets, sorry about the light, before it gets to the point where they're not able to be cooked. So I'll cook up the pumpkin just because I'm too lazy to chop it and try and take the peel off of it. I'm just going to cook it up like I always do. Bake it in the oven, scrape all the insides out. I'll put those in air sucky bags and portion them so that while I'm doing the dog food, because I did put some pumpkin, let's see if I can show you this. I did put some pumpkin in the dog food this time, and they actually really liked it. Oh, a couple of other things that I did add in this one that I didn't add in the previous. Let me grab the spoon and I'll show you. Alright, this is the dog's food. You can see the orange stringy stuff in there is some of the pumpkin. So I'm just going to let that, I just put the kidney in here. Let's see if I can pull out a piece. Oh, that's the liver. There you go. That's the kidney, that dark one. So I'll let that cook up just a hair longer to make sure that it's nice and cooked. I can usually tell when it's cooked fully by the way it smells, because it'll smell like I'm cooking liver and kidneys. But I don't know how to explain the smell. It just smells really good. So I'll cook that up, and then I'll let it chill, or at least take it off of the heat and start cubing it into the containers. That'll hold us over for a couple of days. We got snow supposed to be coming tomorrow. Freezing rain and snow. So basically all we're doing is baking whatever is necessary to keep the house warm. And the reason that I tell everybody, okay, well, when it's cold out, you do your laundry in the evening, because that heater and the heater from the dryer will help keep the house warm. It helps the furnace to not work so hard. Same way with, you know, we're getting down to the 30s. Last night it was 25. They're calling for 17 by the end of next week. So I find things to bake, whether it be making the pumpkins for the dogs or making banana bread, because we have bananas that are going bad. That's a perfect time to make the banana bread. I have a couple of other soups that I want to make, and soup keeps you warm. So I told you I've got the ham hocks still in the freezer. So that will be the next thing that goes into the crock pot. Is I'll be cooking up some ham, the ham hock, and I'll scrape all the fat out of that, and then I'll go ahead and add the split peas and the beans. I'll make 2 pots. One is split pea and one is bean. But those are just things that are going to keep our bellies full, keep us warm. And then, of course, we have the big Emerald Glossy, yeah, whatever that name is. Emerald Glossy. I can't pronounce it, but we've got the air fryer, and that's how I kept the heater from not working so hard this afternoon. Was I air fried baked potatoes and the barbecued ribs, and then we steamed the Brussels sprouts, so that keeps it a little warm in here. You do things, you know, you want to cook when it's cold to keep the house warm, and it takes less work for your furnace to run. That way it's not running so hard. And then just put it in the freezer, you know, make up portions of things you like, and then bag them up in containers. Like our spaghetti sauce, we always make this huge portion of spaghetti sauce. So we've just got some generic containers that we put the spaghetti sauce in here. I stuck it in the freezer, and then I froze it. And then once it was frozen, I put it in an air sucky bag, and now I've got portions of frozen spaghetti sauce, so we don't have to make spaghetti sauce for a while. So, you know, think ahead, make things that you like to eat, and if you make big crock pots like we do, we don't know how to make small meals. It's very difficult. So instead, we just make meals and then we freeze it or save it in the refrigerator for the next day. We don't let anything sit in the refrigerator more than 3 days. But by then, we've already gobbled it up. So I just figured I'd hop on here quick, give you an update. I'm already exhausted. We've already done so much, all this cooking, and now all of the washing of the dishes, and it takes a lot to make the barbecued ribs. So that's what I'm doing now, is finishing up the dishes, and just keep going from there. I did have somebody make a comment on my short about the dog food and the things that I had going on for tonight's dinner. And somebody said, do you eat the dog food? Well, no, I make that for the dogs. I do not eat the dog food. Although I do make a similar food soup, which is a vegetable soup, for us. a lot of the same vegetables that I put in the dog's food, the kale, the spinach, the broccoli, the carrots, things like that. Let's see, I put kale, broccoli, carrots, spinach, and then the bone broth and pumpkin. We eat all of that. So, they do too. I just mix it all together for them. There are certain things, like I wouldn't put pumpkin in our vegetable soup, but I could cook and make a pumpkin soup or something else with the pumpkin. But, and then I add the other nutrients that the girls need. The girls need turmeric, so I added a little bit of turmeric. The girls need the flaxseed, so I added some flaxseed. The girls also need liver, so I added the chicken liver for them. And so we won't eat that. We eat chicken liver separately. We fry that up. The kidney, we've never eaten kidney, but I get that specifically for the girls and cut it up and put that in their food. It's good for them. Any organ of an animal that you're eating, when it comes to pork and beef or even venison, when you eat the liver of it, or the kidneys, or the hearts, or the gizzards with a chicken, those things are all good for you. Every organ, when you eat it, it also helps your organ, that same specific organ. So like when you eat chicken liver will help your liver. Chicken liver helps the dog's liver. I eat beef liver because I like liver and onions. That helps provide my liver with the right nutrients, just like it provides the dogs with a lot of nutrients. Bone broth, and even the turkey broth that I made, and the beef broth that I make. And, all of those things are good for us. You just need to know how to prepare them and how to preserve them. So basically, there's nothing in this house that as far as food goes, we don't bring anything in this house that goes to waste. Like when we peel our carrots and our sweet potatoes and even the pumpkins, those peels I shred up and I feed them to my worms. I have a worm bin in here because it's winter time, but come spring, the worms go back out in the grow tower. They take care of fertilizing all of my crops, and we have crops. It's a circle. So, I've been at this for quite a while. I'm not saying that you jump right into it, but definitely think about things before you start assuming, because it just makes us both look like fools. But my girls are healthy because I feed them good. Now, I didn't start making dog food like this. It started off real small with cucumbers or carrots, things like that. And it's evolved in the process. Especially when, it's in season, you get it by bulk. You can dice it up, portion it out separately. Put it in a freezer bag, freeze it until you're ready to use it. That way it's always available. You don't have to portion everything together, so that way, say you wanted some diced up carrots in your homemade chicken noodle soup. Well, you got a bag of diced up carrots. Get some of those out, toss them in your soup. Things like that. So that's just a little bit of input from me, I guess. So it is evening time, so yeah, that eye is bothering me a bit, so I'm probably not going to be doing much more. I think I'm going to sit here and watch some of the YouTube videos that I subscribe to and learn some more. And I'll come back and share with you what I learn as I'm learning. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this information. I hope you enjoyed the videos that I've been putting out. And make sure that you like and subscribe. If these are things that somebody else is interested in or are thinking about doing, feel free to go ahead and share my videos. It always helps with the algorithm, and it helps with my subscribers. I'm working on getting up there to be somebody that's, well, the channel to be actually known and useful for people. So thank you for all of your support and your watching and everything. Remember, you are somebody. You do matter. I love you. I plan on doing a lot more videos on a lot more different subjects. It's just winter time, so cooking seems to be the thing that's common for me to do right now. It's not time to start seeds yet, but I'm getting spring fever really bad. But it's not time to start seeds yet, so I'm just trying to keep myself busy and share the knowledge that I have and the experience that I have and I'm experiencing myself. So thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful night. God bless you. You are someone. You matter. I love you. And we'll see you on the next video. Until then, ciao now.